What's going on, guys? Boy Joey 672 coming to you guys over there now. So, these Alshon Jeffery trade rumors, okay? A lot of speculation going on. It's been going on the past 2 months, okay? Not even just about these trade rumors today, but a lot of other things been going on. It involves the Houston Texans, all right, and the defensive end, Jadeveon Clowney. Okay, he's been connected to the Miami Dolphins. That's probably the strongest I've seen him be connected to that team, the New York Jets, and the Philadelphia Eagles. And the Eagles have a lot of stock on this team. That could help the Houston Texans. A lot of depth on this team that could help the Houston Texans. The Texans need a left tackle very badly. Lamar Miller, their running back, just got hurt today in preseason. He's probably going to be out. I don't know what the whole thing is with that, but apparently it's not good. And they need a running back. And all they have is Duke Johnson and 3 other guys that really don't matter too much on that team. At this point, Alshon Jeffery's name and Nelson Aguilar's name is popping up that the Texans need a wide receiver. And honestly, at this point, Deshaun Watson and DeAndre Hopkins is like the offense, pretty much. I mean, who else do you have? I mean, Will Fuller, is he even healthy? I don't even know. I'm just saying his name because he's a pretty good deep threat. Other than that, that's your offense. That's it. That's just the name of the game. And with injuries piling up, Houston Texans need to make an emergency trade. And, especially since Andrew Luck is retiring and the division is probably theirs because Kobe Brissett is probably not going to do, sorry, my phone's dying. Kobe Brissett's probably not going to be doing a damn thing for the Colts this year. So the division is probably theirs, but how far is it really going to get them? And if they need to go get a player, the Philadelphia Eagles is probably the perfect team to trade with because of the depth, okay? We've already got rid of Ryan Bates to the Bills to get that Eli Harold, that defensive end that we acquired. But these trade rumors, though, I would be so mad. I would be fucking pissed if Alshon Jeffery got traded. I mean, this team is already focusing on the Redskins now. Next week don't fucking matter. Like, this team is focusing week 1 at home against the Redskins. That's all I care about, and that's all they care about. That's all of us care about. But if I even hear a trade happen, Nelson Aguilar is on his... I saw Nelson Aguilar maybe getting traded before the draft and what was going on with him because it's the last year of his contract. They were going to give him some more guaranteed money. He was going to make his full guaranteed contract. And stuff like that. So you never really know at this point what's going to happen with these players. But, Nelson Aguilar probably won't be here after this year. But, as a possession receiver for Alshon Jeffery, when he's being a possession receiver, those guys can be in the NFL for a long time because they're not deep threats. They're intermediate route guys. They're going to use their upper body to get catches and on small corners and, overtake corners like that. So, Alshon Jeffery could play in this league for a long time. Okay, and he's been pretty damn healthy. Not too bad. I mean, he pretty much hid an injury that I never even knew of in his rotator cuff the Super Bowl year. And I don't know how you have a torn rotator cuff and still play football as a receiver, especially. So, just amazing the way he's fought so hard for his new contract and finally got it. And now he's with us. He's got, another 2 years left on his deal. And then Nelson Aguilar's going to be gone after this year. You know what I mean? So when you talk about depth at receiver, what the Houston Texans could acquire, and it's Nelson Aguilar or Alshon Jeffery, I don't want to give up either of these players. Number one, Nelson Aguilar. Do we really have a replacement for Nelson Aguilar right now besides maybe Mac Hollins that's trying to get back to his normal self? Other than that, I really don't see nobody. And honestly, we can't overhype players that make these one plays in preseason. Oh my God, he's going to make the team. Like Mark and Michelle catch a 75-yarder and oh my God, he's like the next, Jerry Rice. You know what I mean? It's one pass, it's one catch, and it doesn't make, it may have you make the practice squad or maybe get a roster spot because of injuries. But other than that, you're not going to make the team like that. Greg Ward Jr. is another guy. He's been getting his passes when they're thrown to him, but I don't see much of he's not a typical slot receiver. I don't think he has that quick speed for being a slot guy. DeAndre Carter that we had last year, we shouldn't have even got rid of him, period, at all. I don't even know why we got rid of him. You could have got rid of any other no-name guy off this team that was on the roster. You could have got rid of somebody else. But they decided to get rid of DeAndre Carter. If DeAndre Carter was still here, then yeah, maybe I'd put him in the slot if he was still here, but he's not. So it is what it is. I know he's a deep threat guy or whatever, speed guy, but just giving an example. But there's not really much depth at slot receiver. We don't have that quick you know how Nelson Aguilar is. He's very elusive. He could be a deep threat in a slot. He could do a lot of different things, but you don't have that with anybody else on this team. You really don't. But Alshon Jeffery, I will cry. I will be fucking pissed off if they trade Alshon Jeffery. I really will. This is the guy that turned around RC. This guy, this was one of the first players in the new Doug Peterson era, besides Carson Wentz, that came to this team and just embraced this culture here and just got into what we had here. And that was like one of the first side moves that we had. That was huge. So right now, you have the Houston Texans very hungry for a receiver, apparently, but not even just that. Lamar Miller, the running back off the Houston Texans, he got hurt, so now you don't even know what you're going to get at running back. They actually traded one of the running backs to the Colts, or they released him. I forgot what they did, and he ended up getting hurt when he got to the Colts. And then all of a sudden now you got Duke Johnson, and that's it. That's all they have, really. That's all. You have no 1-2 punch. Duke Johnson's not an every down running back. He's just a plug-in guy on certain plays, and I think he's a good player, but I don't think he's a guy that should be running the ball every damn play. Not going to happen with him. So the Eagles have a lot of running backs right now. You have Wendell Smallwood, and I think what's good right now is because this isn't happening like week one. This is happening like right before the last preseason game. So trades can be made now, okay? Because you can't, just think of it, after the last preseason game, you can't like make trades and you can't do all this stuff. I mean, you can, but I'm saying like then these guys are new to the team, then they have to learn, and they're not going to be ready for the first game. They're not going to know much of the playbook. But if you do this now, then it is what it is, because then you could maybe trade Wendell Smallwood. And I love Wendell Smallwood, but you could trade Josh Adams. Those are the only two guys I could see getting traded, which is Wendell Smallwood or Josh Adams, okay? Because Josh Adams has been trying. He's actually been having a good preseason. Other than one game fumbling the football, he's had a really good preseason. He has. Wendell Smallwood hasn't done much because the offensive line just couldn't block for him for anything, really. He couldn't really do shit at all. I don't even blame him, really. And he knew he was kind of pissed off, like, getting up from the ground. He's like, Jesus Christ, like, I can't even run past this line of scrimmage at all. So that's with the running back situation of the Houston Texans. So there's a lot going on. And Jadeveon Clowney, apparently, with the rumors, in the next 24 to 48 hours, a trade will happen. Apparently a trade is in the works in another 24 to 48 hours, but they don't know what team. But I don't believe that worth anything. And if I see something happen, then cool, I guess I was right. But the Philadelphia Eagles trading a receiver, and Alshon Jeffery or Nelson Aguilar, I will be pissed the fuck off if that happens. I really will. I'll be really pissed off. Oh my God. No, I'll be really mad. But I don't think that's going to happen at all. And then on top of everything else, Lamar Miller going down. And now not only they need a left tackle, not only they apparently need a receiver, but apparently they need a running back too. So I want to know what you guys think about all that's going on with Jadeveon Clowney coming to an NFL team. The Eagles are not going to sign him long term. The Eagles still got to sign Malcolm Jenkins. Still needs a deal. You understand? Like, we took care of a lot of guys. Like, our contracts are good, but you got to sign Malcolm Jenkins, and on top of everything else, I don't know who else needs to be signed, but at this point right now, Rodney McLeod's going to be going after this year. Nelson Aguilar's going to be going after this year. You're going to be losing some guys. Jalen Mills might be going after this year. Wendell Smallwood might be going after this year. You have guys on the last year of their deals right now. So as of right now, I do not know the answer. All I know is what I know that's not going to happen is all of this. And if Jadeveon Clowney ends up with the Eagles, it is what it is. If the Eagles just want to acquire him, just say, hey, come to our team, play with us. We're running for a Super Bowl. We'll put you on a prove-it deal this year. We'll give you a few $1 million. Come to this team, and then you can find the play elsewhere. But if you want to join a really good team and see how you do with these guys, and maybe down the road we can, maybe we could sign you long term. But unless it's for just, hey, we just want you, just come here and let's just go. Let's just go bring it to teams this year. Then I guess it's understandable. But at the same time, I want to see Deshaun Hall and Sharif Miller and the rest of these defensive ends do their job this year. I don't want to see this guy come in and then one guy is going to make up. One guy is Deshaun Hall leaves and he joins another team. Deshaun Hall got pressure in this last game as well. this is not easy. This is not hard. It's just not something that you just do. I don't want to replace him with some guy we're just going to rent and then lose a young guy that he could be on our team for a long time. But it is what it is. So let me know in the comment section below what you guys think about between the running back situation. Would you trade a running back to the Houston Texans to acquire Jadeveon Clowney, or would you trade a wide receiver, Nelson Aguilar or Alshon Jeffery, to acquire Jadeveon Clowney on a prove-it deal or a long-term deal if you think the Eagles are going to do that? So let me know in the comment section below. I will see you guys later. Shake Squad up. Fly, Eagles, fly.